You know what? I got damn near over like almost 100 videos, and I still can't get used to this damn camera. Like, it's crazy. As much videos as I've made over the years, with almost 100 something, I still can't get used to this damn camera. Like, it's tripping me out. It's weird. Seeing myself like in front of the camera, recording a video, I don't know. Maybe I just never get used to it. But this is I wanted to make this video as a response video to Keira Lhotan on her video with about loving yourself, her love yourself video. So, I felt a really strong interest to make this video response. And to be honest with you, I don't even know if people even do video responses anymore. Like, I feel hella old and shit. Like, I feel like video responses was something in like the mid to late early 2000s, like between like 2007 and 2009, 2010, going to like the 20 teens kind of. But even before that, because most people, like, they just comment now. And so, to Keira, I want to just say, and I know you know this, right? With the subscribers that you have, I know that a lot of your videos and the stuff that you talk about, it's very relatable to people. Maybe not to everyone, but I can speak for myself. When I watch your videos, I can relate to it 100%. I feel you. I really feel you. I understand you. I pick up what you're putting down. I got you. Like, I know it. And I know that a lot of other people do too. They can relate to you. Your words are very powerful. And you just have a way of relating to what people are like going through. Like, doesn't matter the age group. You're able to relate to people on like on all levels, because we're human. We're in a human experience, and we're going through things. So, that's what's cool with you is, you're someone that just keeps it. You keep it 100. You just keep it a buck. You keep it real, like for real. Like the thing with, I can go into a whole tangent, and anyway, like. Social media, I don't mess with social media that much other than YouTube. Because for me, YouTube, I can learn stuff from. I can watch other videos of people and the stuff they talk about. I feel like YouTube, to me, is more educational. I can learn stuff. I can pick up knowledge and learn new things. I can't really do that as much, in my opinion, with like Instagram or Facebook and other social media platforms. I don't feel like I can do that. It's not really my thing. It never has been. I don't think it ever will be. Maybe one day, I don't know. Things could change, you never know. But as of now, I don't mess with like Instagram that much, and Facebook. YouTube is really the only platform I would go on. And I know that my viewers, you guys are aware that I have not made a video in a long time. So, I won't get into specifics of why, but I've just gone through a lot of really heavy things that really changed my life into a whole complete 360. Again, I won't get into specifics at this time, but I went through many life-changing things in my life these past couple of years. But prior to that, I was making videos a little more consistently. And so ever since these things have been happening in my life and in my, and I kind of stopped making videos, quite obvious. And I've just been uploading shorts, of me being in nature, taking my walks at the park and stuff like that. So, and I might write posts every so often, but I have not actually dropped a video like this one in a really long time. And so again, you guys know how I do. Before I even make videos, I always have to gather up my energy. I have to like really figure out what I'm gonna say. I want to make sure it makes sense, that it can be relatable, that people can pick up what I'm putting down. I want to make sure it's not something that sounds crazy or complicated. I just want to sound like I make sense, and that I can reach people when I talk in my videos. So, I don't write anything that I talk about in my videos either. And I've stated that so many times in my videos. Like I just go freestyle. I just go off the dome for the most part. I've been tempted to write, but then I usually don't. I usually pick up, or I usually tap into what I want to express and share, and just get on with the video to just drop it. So anyway, to Keira, love yourself. I understand you. I can relate to your video. I can relate to a lot of your videos, but I'm gonna say, for this particular video of love yourself, you know, I understand you, and a lot of your other viewers and your subscribers, I know they understand you too, and I can see it in the comments. You know, comments, usually that's where people will pour out their own emotions and their feelings and what they go through. That's how they relate to you. That's how they can type in what they feel, and that's their way of kind of connecting with you. That's how we connect in this internet world that we live in digitally. You know, a lot of us can live in so many different parts of the world. This is how we're connected, you know. And you know, again, your video, there's so much I can speak on, because usually I'll just comment, but this time I, like, again, spirit within me, something in my soul, something deep within me on a deeper level really wanted me to make this video. It just felt right to do this. That's why I wanted to do this. You know, it felt right to make a video and just express how I wanted to feel, and what my take on your video, and how I can relate to it. So anyway, yeah, I can relate to a lot of what you're saying, because again, we're human, we go through things, and life is always just challenging us, you know. And life isn't easy. And a lot of spiritual books that I read, especially one particular one, it said in one of the chapters, you know, spirituality is one of the hardest things that you're actually going to be partaking in as a human being, for your alchemy and your growth as a human. You know, it's not easy, because consciousness and being aware, it has its own hardships, because when you become aware, you become alert of your senses. You start to notice things about others, your home, your house, your job, yourself, your quirks, your flaws, your strengths, positive and negative things. And there's a part of you, and I guess it could be your ego, it's like trying to put two and two together. When you're starting to evolve in your spiritual journey, you know, your soul is seeking growth. And to do that, it has to notice things. It has to figure you out. You got to find yourself. You have to be able to find yourself in this world that we live in. And, you know, again, everything in your video, I can't name specifically in order, but the stuff you were saying about, you know, the world we live in is crazy, and how, you know, it can be so turbulent, and it is. That's, you know, that's part of consciousness. That's part of your soul's journey of growth. You have to find yourself in this world that we live in that's so crazy, because it is. You know, I can relate to you, because life moves so fast, and life moves forward, and life doesn't stop for anybody. I can relate to that in the sense of my own life, and in the means of, let's just say, my 9 to 5, my you know, my work. You know, people at work are about their business. Everyone is just about their business when it comes to the job, the workplace. And at the end of the day, people don't care how good you feel, how bad you feel. All they care about is your productivity. Are you able to show up? Are you going to be able to show up and perform these tasks and get this work done? Are you going to be able to come through and get this shit done? Because if not, you can scoot your ass out. Like, that's the mentality of people in our society these days when it comes to our economy and how the world is moving, and productivity, and the work and hustle culture, and school too. You know, I kind of, you will feel alone, because, how do I say this? Let me slow down. You will feel alone, because when you're growing consciously, and you're growing as a person, and in your spiritual journey, you need to have time to slow down and really see yourself and find yourself, right? Through your meditation, whatever work you do. when you're moving forward and you're just moving all the time, and you're just on that hustle, you're not slowing down. You're just on the move all the time. You're not giving yourself time to slow down and unwind and really reflect on things. Reflection, in order to reflect upon your life and to reflect on yourself, you have to slow down. And when you slow down, that's when these thoughts start coming about. That's when you start to feel like you might just be alone. Everyone's working, everyone's just busting and grinding and on the move, and I'm over here sitting on my ass getting depressed, or I'm thinking about stuff, and you're dwelling in your thoughts. Again, that's a different video for another time, but that's what meditation is for you to really filter out certain thoughts that don't really serve you, because a lot of thoughts are based on patterns of your subconscious anyway, and it's just a way for it to kind of keep throwing you back in that cycle, but that's for a different video. But what I wanted to say here is, yeah, life moves fast, and it doesn't care about you in the sense of you're either with it or you're getting left behind. You're either catching up with us or you're getting left behind. You can't keep up, then you're gonna be all the way back there. Good luck. And I feel like everything in life, in the world that we live in, is really transactional, in the sense of oftentimes, people only keep you around and want you to be around when they can benefit off of you. When they can gain something from you, then they mess with you. When they can gain or get something from you, they mess with you. They like you. When they can benefit from you in some way, shape, or form, they like you. But when you don't do what they say, you don't do what they want, you don't answer favors, and you choose yourself before them, then you see the true colors of other people. Because I heard this in a quote, or I heard this as a quote or a saying from, I think, a book or something, or I think I heard someone say it. You see the true colors of a person when you tell them no. When you're always saying yes and you're doing their favors and you're doing things to please them, you see the good side of them, right? But when the one day you tell them no and you just deny or you reject them in some kind of way, that's when you see their true colors. It's a test of their true character, and that could be in a positive way too. If you tell them no and you don't do what they want at that moment, and they just accept it and they show you the same respect and they just let it be and they move on, that might be a good trait on their part. But again, I can relate to you in a lot of your videos, Keira. I understand, because again, this life moves really fast and people are just about their grind and their hustle, and you're either with it or you're falling behind from it. That's all that people care about. They don't, people don't see much of you other than what they can get from you. And so the other part I wanted to discuss with you is, or to discuss here is self-love, right? Loving yourself is really important, and that's true. We should all partake in this self-love sense of healing ourselves, because it's true. You are with yourself every single day. When you wake up, it's you. When you go to work, it's you. When you go out, it's you. When you are at home, you're with you. When you go to bed, you're with you. The day you were born, you were with you. And when your time comes, you're gonna be by yourself too. This whole journey of your life as a human is just you. It's always been about you. It hasn't really been about anybody else. Other people play a role and a factor in teaching you lessons in your life, but ultimately your life journey is about you. Nobody else, just you. And no, I don't mean that for you to feel like you're alone. I'm just saying, it's good to cultivate that sense of self-love for yourself, to love yourself, because you're all that you got. You are all that you got. You are with yourself the most in life. I know that sounds crazy as hell, but it's true. The simplest things people don't even realize. The simplest statements you can make goes over people's head. But yeah, you think about what I just said. You are with yourself the most in life. You're with you all day, every day, until it's time for you to go, But It's good to cultivate self-love because you are all that you have. Every capability you have is within you. Your potential is within you. Your power, your strength, your integrity, your discipline, all that is with you. You could be your greatest downfall, but you could be your best friend too. You could be your greatest downfall, but you could also be your savior. You could be your own savior. It all depends on you, your mindset, and what you're all about. You know, it's just like, you know, I really wanted to do this video, and I'm glad I did, because, you know, just these past few days, this past week, I was going through a lot of rough stuff this past week with my thoughts and what I'm going through and my emotions, and a lot of personal other things, smaller, minor things, but still things that were bothering me. And it just so happened that Keira uploads a video, Love Yourself. And I needed that. I really needed that title. I needed those 2 words, or those 3 words. I needed those words. And I could have just replied with a comment, but I'm like, no, you know what? This time I'm going to drop a video. I'm going to drop a video response. I want to express how I feel through my own words this time, because I haven't uploaded anyway in a long time. So I felt it might be the time, and this might be a good way for me to try to get back into it somehow. So, you know, I needed that message the most. Love yourself. And sure enough, through synchronicity and the magic of the universe and my subconscious, I manifested it, and I somehow created that circumstance, or that thing, to pop up, which was in her video, Love Yourself. So I watched it, and I had to get the information that she was sharing with it. And so, you know, much love to you. And you know, when it comes to, again, loving yourself and self-love, it is important, because, you know, this is something that's in your heart chakra. You know what I'm saying? Like, within your chakras, this is where you find that love for the world, but not only for the world, that's for yourself. You know, like, in other words, just to keep it simple here, not to get all crazy about it, but like, you really should have the love and compassion to care for yourself. You should give a shit about yourself. You know, it's true what she said. You spend all day serving other people, busting your ass, validating others. Why can't you have that same effort to validate and love and be compassionate to your own self? Like, I think about that all the time. I serve the people that are at my job, and I know what it is. Yeah, it's my job. I'm paid to do it. Blah, 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 blah. I'm paid to do that. I'm clocked in to do that. It doesn't matter. I still come through. I still come every day to perform and do my tasks and do this job. I still show up, and I show up every day doing the best that I can. I'm not perfect. I'm not trying to be. I don't even like, you know, I don't even get the word perfect anyway. Everyone should just strive to be the best that they can be. So, you know, again, as an example, at work, that's what I do. I show up every day. I do the best that I can. I grind it out. I don't give up. I sometimes feel like doing it. I sometimes feel like calling it quits, but I overcome those negative thoughts, and I conquer it with discipline and mental willpower, whatever you want to call it. I get through it somehow, and I just do it. I'd be like Nike. I just do it. Like, I just get through it somehow, and I push myself regardless, and I just do it, man. I give it my best every day. So, you know, if you're willing to give your best every day to other people, to your job, your craft, your school, your projects, why can't you have that same energy or effort for your own self? Like, cut yourself some slack, man. Like, yo, for real. Like, give yourself that effort, that self-love, and respect. Why can't you give that to your own self? You deserve it. You owe it to yourself, and you deserve it. If you can give that to other people, why can't you do it? Why can't you give it to your own self? You're with yourself the most, more than anybody. Like, for real. Even with your own partner, even if you sleep together in the same bed and you live together, and you even work at the same place, you're still going to be with yourself way more, a little bit more than you are with them. because you are not with anybody else the most other than being with yourself. You're with yourself the most. So the efforts that you give to the world, why can't you just give that to yourself? You deserve it. You know, again, the heart chakra and that love and compassion should be for yourself too. Like, love yourself. Give a shit about yourself. Feel sorry for yourself. Like, I had to really look at my own self in the mirror through reflections, my own pictures, my own selfies. I have to really even look hard at my own self and think, you know, damn, you know, spirit is telling me these things. It's like, dude, you don't even love your own self sometimes. You let your own self down. You bring people up, but you can't even bring yourself up. You bring everyone else up, but you're letting yourself down. I had to really think hard about that. Like, maybe for a lot of my life, I didn't even have the self-love and respect for my own self, but yet I give it to other people. That's crazy. You can't really love yourself unless, or you can't really love others unless you love yourself, because that has to be a divine spark or a realization that you find within yourself. To love you first, then you can see the beauty in others and the magic that's in the universe or in the world that we live in. If life is what you make it, as that cliche saying goes, if life is what you make it, then you have to make it by starting with yourself. You know, it really just starts with you. You can't, you're not going to really have the full sensation of what love is for another human being or another animal or any creature or any person or anything outside of you unless you have it within yourself first. It has to be discovered by you, through you. That's how this works. It's, you know, don't let nobody tell you that you're a narcissist for that. It doesn't even make sense. I've seen videos and comments from other people regarding, you know, self-love is such a narcissistic thing, which is really stupid. I'm not even going to get into all that. I'm not even going to feed that any energy and really get into a whole thing about that. But you have to cultivate that love for yourself first before you could give it to the world, and before you give it to someone else or share it with someone else. You have to discover it within your own self through your own journey. Your own hardships should make you stronger. Your own hardships should tell you that the difficulties you're going through are happening for a reason, for your own evolution. You're learning from hardship. I know it's not easy and it's not going to be, but somehow you're growing from it. You're evolving from it, and it's something that money can't buy. It's something out of this world. It's something like that one church song, that church gospel song, like, you know, this little light that I have, the world didn't give it to me. You know, you can take that as you want in your own interpretation, but I feel like that kind of means the light is that realization or that consciousness or that spark, which is an energy, which is like, I guess in this topic, love, that self-love. And it's something that changes your whole world. It does the whole alchemy for you. And then your whole perception through the lenses you're looking at change based on how you're going to look at the world. It's going to change when you do the change within. Then how you look at the world on the outside will change. Your lenses, the lenses you're looking from will now change because you've done the work inside. You know? And yeah, self-love is important because that's the only way you're going to make changes. That's the only way you're going to feel sorry enough for yourself to where you're going to want change. You're going to want something different. You're going to get sick of the old repetitive routine of being negative and being in the dumps and going through the same old crap. You're going to get sick of it. And when you get sick of it, then you're going to want something beyond it. You're going to seek something stronger. You're going to seek something better for yourself. And the only way to do that is through self-love, through self-reflection. Everything is self here. Self-love, self-reflection, self. It's not selfish, though. It's just self. It's anything but selfish. But regardless, it is about your journey of the self. It's all about looking within doing the meditation, doing the work, and having that ultimate compassion for yourself. Just feel sorry for yourself. Just have enough love for yourself to where you want to make changes. Look at your selfies. Look into your own eyes. Look at your smiles. Look at the pictures and selfies that you have when you're not smiling. Look at the days when you look so drained and you're tired and you're exhausted. Have that love for yourself. Like, feel sorry for yourself. You deserve it. Like, hold no shame, you know. And that's also like in the solar plexus, that shame, that feeling that you have, you're moving through those 3 lower chakras up to the heart chakra. So that's how you ascend and moving forward to the other 3 higher chakras. So yeah, you got to make sure to love yourself. And I just wanted to drop this video. It felt a much needed video to be dropped. I really felt the strong calling to make this video. That's why I did it. So and some of the comments on your videos, Keira, I noticed, you know, people are saying that you're kind of saying it, a lot of what you were saying in your video, you were kind of saying it to yourself. But I think, yeah, it is a message to yourself, but I know that on a higher perspective within your soul, I know you're trying to reach out to people. So that video was you talking to yourself, but you were also making that video obviously for others. It's like the yin and it's the yin and yang. It's the as within, so without. You were making that video as a message to yourself, but you were also doing it for others who you knew were going to pick up what you were putting down. It was going to be for people who can relate to you, who can feel you and understand what you're saying, who might be undergoing what you're going through. It's for people who can relate to you, and on a higher level, you knew that. That's why you were speaking not only for yourself, but for others who were gonna also watch your video. So, you know, I appreciate the video. I appreciate all the videos, and I just wanted to put this video out there real quick. And I hope that I was able to say what I say. And, you know, if I come up with more as usual, sometimes that happens. But for the time being, I wanted to drop this video and speak my mind on it, and finally just be able to express my own thoughts and my feelings about it, and my own emotions, you know, about the video. You know, self-love, you must have it for yourself. You must cultivate it. You really have to, because, you know, people can love you. People loved you when you were a baby, before you knew what self-love was. People already loved you, but you know, ultimately, you got to be there for yourself. You have to be able to be there for your own self at the end of the day, because nobody got your back like the way you do, or the way you would. You know, it's really all about the work, and it's about you in the end. For real. No one can give you that sense of love for yourself other than your own self. Not your mom, not your dad, not your grandparents, not your spouse, not your pets, not your best friends, nobody. Just you. The work is with you, and it starts with you. You know, again, have the compassion. I think that's I would say mostly one of the main takeaways for this video is that, yeah, look within your heart center and have that love and compassion for yourself, to where, you know, cultivate the self-love for yourself enough to where you feel sorry for your own damn self. Like, dude, pick yourself up. Feel sorry for yourself, and it's okay. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay. It's okay to have emotions and to be vulnerable and to have our downs. It's okay. That's fine. We all go through it. You're not alone. Don't let your hating ego tell you otherwise, that you're this, that, and the other. No. You grow through hardship. You grow through pain, and it's not easy, but the rewards of self-growth and the way your soul will evolve is like no other. It's out of this world. It's like that light that shines within you, you know. It's this little light of mine, and the world didn't give it to me. So, you know, with that being said, you know, I hope y'all see this. I hope y'all can feel what I'm saying, and peace and love. This was Jaboy, and I'll catch y'all very, very soon. Peace.